What is going on, family? We are back getting into another request from our good buddy Dave today. He has got us checking out another song from Kalandra, unplugged version this time. The song is called With You. I don't know if it's a cover. I don't know if it's not. There's been ones that have been mixed in here with the Kalandra songs that have been covers that didn't know they were covers. So if it's a song I'm supposed to recognize off the rip, I apologize. I don't know if it's an original or not. How old is this thing? Let's see. 3 years old. Okay, it's 3 years old. It doesn't say anything about a cover. Let's see if the description says anything now. Let's see. An acoustic performance of the song With You from Kalandra's debut album, The Line. Okay, so we answered that question already. The song was written about 5 years ago, and it was the last song we decided to include in the album. We used to call it the car commercial song as the way of ironically distancing us from its optimism. For the longest time, it didn't have any title, and we went through the process of changing the lyrics over and over again until we finally settled on the sentence, "My restless heart remains with you," a restlessness both reflected in us and the song's creation. The puzzle finally solved itself. Interesting. All right, that was all in the description provided by the band. Definitely want to appreciate Dave again for the request here. Let's go ahead and check it out now. So I feel like we got to talk about that restless heart song, like that restless heart line, because they like called it out specifically where they were like, we waited and we waited and we rewrote, and we finally came to this line. You know what I mean? That's the magic. That is the magic, I think, right there, right? Where we talk a lot about on the channel about when it comes to, you know, we like to joke and say it's like putting the extra seasoning on the chicken, right? Where really what that means is you put that much more TLC in what you were creating. You didn't just settle for like, okay, that's good enough. Does that make sense? A lot of times you can hear stuff in music where, in songs where you're just like, okay, that was like the first thing that they thought of. You know what I mean? Like you didn't think like, okay, what if it was like, but how do we make it even better? You know what I mean? Like I've had like a few people in my life and blame it on the military for sure. Because a lot of these people probably, now that I'm thinking about it, we're in the military where that idea of like, you show somebody something that you did, and you're like, hey, what do you think? And they're like, oh, I think that's great. But I think that's good. But is it great, though? You know what I mean? And just like that simple question of like, it's good, but is it great? How do we make it great? You know what I mean? And I feel like that line right there is like, okay, it sounds perfect. It sounds like it's like what it was supposed to be that whole entire time, but it took forever to get there because we waited and we waited and we rewrote until we finally found that right line to put in the song to make it that much more better. Or else it's just another acoustic song that sounds cool. It's just another acoustic song that sounds pretty. It doesn't add extra layer to like what we got going on here. You know what I mean? It's the extra seasoning on the chicken. With you. With you. Still that far back. Still that far back. With you. Cooking. Gotta let it play all to the end, or else Mom gets upset. She gets upset. She's like, you know, you're missing pertinent information every single time. Okay, it's all the way at the end. We want to make sure it doesn't skip too far. Let's see. There's very, very simple with this one. You took me far away along a hidden trail, and there's a typo in there. Found a typo. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm like a student teacher helper type shit. I haven't undefined a moment caught in time. Nowhere I'd rather be, no one I'd rather be with. My restless heart remains with you. We're only passing through without the means to choose just how our paths unwind. Yet I've made up my mind. Nowhere I'd rather be, no weather I'd rather be with. No one I'd rather be with. My restless heart remains with you. Such a pretty song. I'm so picky. I'm so picky when it comes to like acoustic stuff, right? Because like right off the rip, I'm like, man, like didn't love the riff. Didn't love the riff in the beginning. It's like it didn't grab me initially, but when she started singing, I was like, it brings you all in. And then I started thinking about it where it's like, this is like an unplugged version, right? I was like, what the fuck did the original one sound like? Because I was like, all of their stuff kind of sounds like this. So like to call it an unplugged stuff, I'm like almost either that or just the reaction requests I've got for this band have been nothing but stuff that sounds like this. So I'm like, to even just call it unplugged seems weird or funny to me because I'm like, this is, what the hell else is it? How does the original song sound? If there's guitars and that shit, like electric guitars or something, that would blow my fucking mind. This song, I think, sounded like it was meant to be played with the acoustic guitar. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to acoustic shit, I'm super picky because I'm like, it's hard to draw me in with a good acoustic riff because it automatically makes me think about shit I don't want to think about. You know what I mean? It's not my vibe, and it's like, it's not the center. But the melody and the vocals like draw you into a whole different world. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's really great about Kalandra is like, I'm not always the biggest fan of what they choose to use when it comes to like the chords and the progression of how they write songs because it's like, it's just very sad. It's very sad. It's very low energy. And it's very just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's sad and low energy. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, I gotta be in the mood and the time and the place for stuff like that. And it's really gotta be the right one. You know what I mean? But I'm like, that's what I feel like is, again, very impressive about this band is that they're able to kind of like make me like forget my own rules at the time. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, again, I heard the riff and I was just like, eh. And then as soon as she started singing, I was like, okay, I'm in it now. I'm in it. I'm feeling it. Now I'm feeling what they took from this riff. Does that make sense? So and I feel like that's, again, the beauty of the art of music that way, where it's like you can change my mind 10 seconds into it. So again, that whole 5 seconds, it's a banger thing. It's the dumbest way to look at it because if I would have just like wrote it off, be like, oh, I don't like that riff and wouldn't listen to the rest, I wouldn't like put this in my playlist now. You know what I mean? But it's a song that I definitely like and I definitely gonna add it to where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? That's like all I got for it. I feel like that's all I got for it. Definitely want to appreciate, oh my God. Definitely want to appreciate you again, my friend Dave. You know, I feel like somehow the requests just like, somehow just always miss you. You know what I mean? But I definitely appreciate your patience, my friend. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.